So I just got this little chair. It's a child's rocking chair from a client. And rather than take the entire chair apart and redo it, to preserve the antique quality of this piece, since it's been in her family for a long time, I told her that what I would do is just replace the strands that are damaged with the new material. So I have some soaking and I've got extra if I need more, and I will show you what's going to happen here. And what my thought is, my friend Barley is here. It's always really wonderful when a piece of furniture is in pretty good shape other than a few small problems on it. And rather than dismantle the whole thing, it's great when you can just replace or repair the small amounts that need done. I believe in this case, just doing the repair work on here and then staining this to match the existing material is going to be a much better situation than taking the entire seat out and the back and redoing it. So there's the first piece, and I'm just going to flip it over, and I will cut this to a good length so that I can slide it in. And I'm going to pause this for just a moment so I can get the scissors. And so there we go. And I'll just slide this in here underneath. What I can do once this dries and before I put stain on it would be to just get some good Elmer's wood glue and tack these ends that are concealed underneath the existing material. Just tack those in with a little bit of glue so that it's held in place. Now, on the back, I am actually going to need to slip these broken ones out and fully replace them, and I'll show you that in the next segment. So even though this is just a partial repair, remember what I've instructed y'all before about knowing there's an upside and or a downside and an upside, or an inside and an outside. And so I want to make sure as I'm feeding the new piece in that the correct side is facing out. So what I'm doing is just going ahead and following this one, and I'm going to just keep trimming it as I go. Make this one be able to slide in easier. And I can slide the other one out because it's going to be a little bit tight. And this is pretty old, brittle material, but it's the same kind of material, and they stained it, and that's exactly what I will do here as well once I get the new pieces in and they dry out. Let's move that a little closer so you can see. This is a little bit tight. The new one in. Let's see. I'm using the one on the bottom as a wedge to pull the new one through. Okay. So there we go with that. All right, hold on while I flip the chair around. So I'm going to just cut that right there. I'm going to slide that out. The new one to come in. Now I will not take the full front piece all the way out. I will tuck this one. I will cut this here where it's resting on top of that piece, and about midway, and then I will overlap this one on top of it, and again I will hide the end behind one of these cross pieces, and then once I get the stain on it, it will blend in, and the extra tension behind it will make it so that somebody leaning on it, a little kid using this rocking chair, it's not going to pull out. So that, take it all the way down to this bottom piece here. Hopefully you're seeing this. Let's see if I can adjust the chair a little bit. Yeah, that's good. I've lost the end because it's split. Let me. There we go. I'm just going to trim that there. Like that. And then I will trim this. Once I get the stain on it and a little bit of glue on there, I will go ahead and trim that. So now this piece is going to wrap around and come up in front of this one, and I'm going to track this one out and do exactly the same thing. So hold on just a moment. Okay, I'm sliding the old piece out, clipping that. Nice and tight, and then the same thing, I'm going to slide this one out. Clip that. Flip this around, hopefully keep you in the frame here. This next piece seems to be pretty good. I am going to cut this one here, and then I'm going to feed the existing one back up over top. And then once this is dry and I get glue on it, then I can stain it, and the disguise will be in. You're not going to notice where these things were put together. There we go. And push that one back in so it's nice and snug. And then I will trim this one out right here. Okay, so that's basically for this part. The next part I'll show you is putting the stain on. Well, here it is. I've put the first coat of stain on the repair, and you can probably tell it's just a little bit lighter and it's still wet. So it's got to dry out. I will put a second coat on it, and I believe this will be ready to go back to the owner the middle of this week. Thanks again for joining me in how to do just a repair rather than a full replacement of a seat and a back on a small rocker. See you in the next video. Till then.